Hello, everyone. Welcome to the question and answer session of our snail farming training. In our last episode, we talked about how to increase your profit in your snail farming business. So today we are going to be taking all the questions you asked in that session, and then our facilitator is already waiting in the backstage. So just sit tight and enjoy the session. And if you have any other question you want to ask, please drop them in the comment section, and then in like 5, 15, or 20 minutes we'll wrap up this session, and that will be it. So enjoy. Hello, good day, sir. Welcome to the question and answer session.
Good afternoon to you. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing very well. How about you? I hope you are doing very well too.
Thank you, sir. It's nice seeing you again.
Seriously, it's really good to see you. It's been a long time. Okay, so I'll just go straight to the question. I'll start from our previous session. Some questions were asked there, which I'll just read out in the comment section. So after that, I'll now come back to the ones we have in the comment section in this video. So we have a question from DIY Agric. All right. So if all these things I'm saying sound strange to you, please check the pinned post in the comment section. Like if you go to the comment section right now and check the pinned post, you will see a link to the previous session, so you can go and watch the session so that you are not confused when I refer to a video. So that's the video I'm always referring to, the previous session we had about how to increase your profits, right? How to make more profit from your snail farming business, no matter the size of your farm. You can go and watch that video, and then this is the follow-up session for it. So there are some questions there. That's what I'm reading out. All right. So I'll start with the first one. This is a DIY Agric. He said, this is for incubating eggs. Remember, in the course of your teaching, you said something about incubating eggs, and he now said, is there any way to know the strategy that works for you before you try all the strategies out? You know, when you're talking about incubating eggs, you made mention of just sticking to one strategy instead of trying all the different strategy for incubating eggs. So is there a way to know the strategy that works for you before you try all the strategies out? And then the follow-up question is, are there standard requirements for each strategy? So over to you, sir. Did you get my question? Hello? Oh, I think we are beginning to have some network glitch right there. I hope this does not last so long. Hello, can you hear me, sir? Wow. That's too much. Let's just put a background music while we wait for him to come back. All right? Please enjoy. I think he's having some serious network issues at the moment. He's not on screen, so we'll just wait for him. We have a series of questions you're going to be asking in this session. But I want to hear from you. Did you watch the last session? Have you clicked on the link in the comment section? Did you watch it? What did you learn? Right? I need you to also share with me what you learned in that session. It will go a long way to help me know that you actually got value from the session. So you can share that with me. It's really important. Okay. All right, I'm seeing some comments already. Oh, this guy said I'm seriously getting value. Oh, he posted it in the other video. Saying he's seriously getting value. That's fantastic. Great. Oh, yes, I'm getting value. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that awesome comment. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So snail farming business generally it's a very, very lucrative business for those of you who are, are still trying to consider the business or who are still considering whether it's profitable or not. Snail farming is a very, very profitable business. We have this like this second series we are having. In the first series where that we did in 2021 about snail farming business, we went in depth and we discussed everything about the snail farming process. From how to build your snail pen to how to feed the pen, how to feed the snails. We also talked about the cleaning of the pen. We talked about what kind of snails to stock. We talked about 3 different kinds of snails. We have the Achatina, the Achatina marginata, and then the Achatina fulica, right? Of which all of them have different sizes and how to identify them. Achatina is the biggest of them all, but Achatina marginata, oven. It has 2 varieties, that is Naturalis and there is the ovum. So you can just grow any of those ones, whichever one you find, they are very, very viable in the market. So that's just a brief stuff about snail farming. And then how to start? It's quite easy. You build your pen. After setting up your pen, you go around and get a point of place. There's something called point of place. So point of place snails are snails that are just beginning to lay eggs. So when they start laying eggs like that, you get them from the farmers who is selling them, who bred them rather. So after the breeding process, they sell it to you, and then you just take it to your own farm. That way you can multiply the snails in your farm. And not just point of lay, all right. You can also get snails in their early age, right? Like newly hatched. Newly hatched snails may be difficult for you to move around. So you may want to go for other forms of snails, or maybe 3 months old, 4 months old, and then grow them to maturity before you sell. So those are like different ways that you can get snails for your snail farm, right? And then after you get your snails, there is a need for you to cover the pen very well and dry banana leaves or plantain leaves in the pen. So all of those things help to protect, give covering or shade to the animals, so that because snails are nocturnal animals, they like dark spaces. So if you give them cool, dry and cool spaces, it will go a long way to help them, to carry out their activity very, very fine, right? So those are just some things I'm saying off my head about snail farming, right? So there is so much more, right? I will not say I'm an expert, all right? Expert is supposed to be here, but I think network is just messing us around, and I'm just using this to pass time while we wait for him to join back in. So I'll just go ahead and check on him to know where he is, the situation of things, what's happening. Is he joining back in, or alright, let me just check on him to know if he's still online, because this is supposed to be a question and answer session, right? And I can see a lot of questions already. Whoa, lots and lots of questions are trooping in, right? But network, you guys should pray that our network becomes very fine, because network is the biggest issue you can have when you're having a live program like this. Just imagine 10 minutes into the program, and because of network, we have not really done anything apart from the fact that I've done something. At least I've given you a recap of what snail farming is all about. That's something. Please appreciate me. If you don't, I'm going to appreciate myself. It's not easy, all right? So I'm just waiting for facilitator to join in and answer the questions. And let me put some of the questions on the screen so that you know that we actually have plenty of questions to answer today. All right. So there's a question. The agro guy is asking, how important is snail feed in the developmental process of the snails? Is it compulsory or just optional for them to be fed with the feed? Okay, so I think our facilitator is back. Let me hide this. I think he's back. Let me check on him. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? You're back.
Good to have you. Yes, I can hear you.
I added the background music to the stream, and I started, doing a recap of what Snail Family is all about.
Very sorry about the network situation over here.
No,
we can't predict network in this country, so please bear with the situation to road. So let's rush into the question so that even if the network chooses to misbehave, we'll have dealt with some of the questions before then. So please,
sure.
Let's go with the questions.
Great. All right, the first question is from our previous class, the class about how to increase your profit in your snail farming business, irrespective of the size of your farm. So DIY Agric is asking, all right, in the section where he talked about incubating eggs, he said, is there a way to know the strategy that works for you before you try all the strategies out? And then he asked another question, are there standard requirements for each strategy for incubating eggs? That's his question. You can go on and answer if you heard it. Did you hear my question, sir?
Okay. Now, if I get the question right, it's more like how to incubate eggs for maximum results.
That's correct.
Okay. So now, there are no specific
Okay, I think we lost him again. If this is what we are going to do today, so be it, because we are just going to get this done. We must answer every question here, right? And
strategy in one area over the other. So you use the disposable in a particular area.
We can't hear you, sir. If you can hear us. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? The network is really, 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 really a big deal. Like, the network is a big deal. All right. I think he's connecting back. Let's add him to the stream. Okay, sir. Welcome back. We did not hear anything you said concerning that question. The question is, what is the requirement for knowing a strategy for incubating eggs that work? Like, how do you test? How do you know the strategy that works before trying out the others?
Now, it's about the humidity in wherever you are keeping your baby snail, your eggs. Now, you don't have to put your egg in the heat, an environment that is very hot. All right? It needs to be in a humidity where it is in the range of 80, 75 humidity. Now, if you are doing this in your farm and it's giving you results, there's no point trying others. Now, if you are incubating your eggs and you notice that every time you go back to where you are incubating them, the sand is always dry. That is, in a short period of time, the sand gets dried. Before 2 days, 3 days, the sand gets dry. You know that environment is super hot for your location. So sometimes, like I tell people, instead of even incubating them separately, tend to incubate inside your pen. There's no point.
We are struggling to hear you now, sir. Oh, we lost the connection again. All right, but I believe you got your answer. DIY agric. All right, you just have to make sure that the humidity in your pen is between 75 and 80 degrees. Right, 75 and 80. So that should be the humidity in your pen. And then if you notice that your sand is drying off too quickly, it means that the environment is too hot for your snail. So you have to make sure that it is always, the humidity is very, very high to enable the snails to hatch very, very easily. So that's just it about that question. And then our facilitator is seriously having serious network issues. I'll add the background music again. I'm trying to see if I can just go over some questions for myself. I think I've been with some experts. I've been with him. I've asked him lots of questions like this in the past, and he's given me so much valuable answers. So I'll just do my best to ask the same and see if that will be valuable for you too. Okay. So do we have another question here? Let's see. Let me check the questions. So this is Ask Navy. Ask Navy is asking, how do I differentiate between a male and female snail? Okay, snails are actually hermaphrodites. I'm looking for the easier questions so that I'll answer it. So when the facilitator comes in, answer the harder ones. I hope that makes sense so that we can just quickly write this down. Alright? So how do I differentiate between the male and female snail? Actually, there are no males and females. They are both, snails are both male, so that's hermaphrodite. So hermaphrodite means that they have both the male and the female sex organs, right? So they can actually mate themselves, and then they can all have or produce eggs. So all snails can produce eggs, and all snails can fertilize. They can fertilize each other, right, in the process of mating. So that's just how so there is no identifier. They are all the same basically, right? So that's for that question. And then let's look for another simple question, because I don't want to take something very hard. Let me look for another very simple question and answer. All right, is there? Okay, this is Kennedy. As Kennedy is asking, is there crossbreeding in snail? There is, can Achatina species mate with Helix species? Okay, even though snails are snails in the family of the mollusca, they don't actually mate with different species. No, they don't do that. Right? They only mate based on the same species. I believe I'm right on that. Yeah. So an Achatina will mate with Achatina, while Fulica will mate with only Fulica, and then Marginata will mate with Marginata, and Helixes will mate with Helixes, other Helixes. So that's just it, right? Now let's look for another simple question. All right, we have Asa Kennedy again is asking, what type of water should I give my snail? What type of water should I give my snail? As long as your water is free from salt and other minerals like that, It's good, right? So the best is usually borehole water that is not treated. All right, water directly from the borehole that is not treated is a great water for your snails. So you can give snails water from borehole, water from well that is clean. They're fantastic. Those two really work. All right, I think our facilitator is here. Let me go on and ask him some of the other questions so that he can answer. So while you were away, I tried answering some of these simple questions like how to differentiate between a male and female snail. So I mentioned that snails are hermaphrodites. I hope that's correct. There is no male, there is no female. They are both males and female. I hope that's correct. Hello, did you get my question? Wow. The network is just showing us his pretty face. Look at that. But it's not moving, no motion. Alright, so maybe we'll just go to what we are doing until we're able to notice some movement in that. Alright, so we talked about what type of water to give to serve my snails. Alright, so we've answered that. Then let me look for another simple question. Right, so this is a question from Sorochi Eunice. Sorochi Eunice is asking, do I need a special bowl to serve the water? Okay, is that farming? When you talk of bowl, I believe bowls are like C shape, right? And then that C shape can be deep, right? You don't use bowl, you use a flat plate. The reason why I use a flat plate is so that the snails do not drown, because these snails are very, very heavy, right? So they can try to locate the water and then fall into it, and becomes a problem for them to crawl out. So in order for them not to drown, best to put it in a flat plate so that they can just sip the water and slide out. So don't use bowl. And then when you're serving the water, make sure you use heavy plates, right? It's good if you can afford ceramics, fantastic. But if you want to use plastic or stainless plates to serve the water, make sure you put stones like to hold the plates down, because the process of the snails trying to climb up, they can just press one side of the bowl and tumble the whole water, and everything will just spill in the pan, and this will become tasty without water. So you just want to make sure that it is firm in the ground. All right, so that's what that question. Let me look for another simple question. Yeah, I see this one. Yeah, I like this question. That's from Eunice again. Eunice asking, is it compulsory to give my snails calcium, and how often? If you can serve them calcium every day, perfect. Calcium is a basic component of their food, because these are snails. That's stuff they are carrying on their back, their house. All right, and they need to be doing it very well. Right, so they need enough calcium to feed their shells for a healthy shell formation. Right, and then if they have healthy shell formation, it means that the shells can easily grow big, and then your meat size too can also grow big in the process. So make sure you are feeding your snails enough of the calcium. In fact, every day, feed them calcium, right? And there are several calcium sources. You can have eggshells, you have oyster shells. You can just pick up even bones. You can find calcium in all of that. Make sure they are dried and grind them into powder, and probably spray it on their meals before serving the meal. And then, yeah, that will serve. Right? Let me look for another simple question. Okay. Oh, I just mentioned it right now. NM Tech is asking the same question I just asked. See, apart from poultry egg, right? That's the eggshell. I think that's what he's referring to. Apart from poultry eggshells, what are the other sources of calcium? You can use oyster shell. That's it. I think there are calcium stones that you can actually buy in the market that the snails can just lick upon. You can just lick on it. All right. I think our coach is back again. I've been doing the coach job.
You are doing great. You are doing great.
Is that an
answering
English?
questions already.
All right, thank you very much.
That's nice.
So let me go and ask you some
That's
of
very
the harder questions that I've seen so far. Excuse me. So, and this question is asking, excuse me, it's asking, at what interval? Okay, you said you need to sort your breeder snails every week. You need to sort your breeder snails every week. So, at what interval exactly do you need to? Okay, you say you don't. The sorting of your breeder snails should not be done every week. So, what interval should I use to sort my? How often should I sort my breeder snails? I think that's the question, please. How often should I sort my breeder snails? Over to you, sir. Okay, I think this session is gradually becoming my session because each time I ask a question, the next one just goes off and then it's quite painful, but you know, we still need to answer all of these questions. Let me go on and attempt to answer the question. This question is from the other video. If you've not watched that video, click on the comment section and go over there and watch the video, right? So the question is, how often do you sort your breeder snails? So the thing is, you determine the schedule for yourself, right? Depends on how often you check your pen, and then you separate. Always, definitely, you're always working with the snails. You are feeding them every day, all right? And so when you check, if you notice that their sizes are becoming altered, you can just sort them, all right? So if you are saying some are big in the pen while the other ones are small, you can just sort them and separate them. Because by doing that, you tend to prevent cannibalism. Cannibalism is the process, or is what happens when the bigger snails begin to eat or feed on the smaller snails. You know, the snake shell contains calcium, and then the bigger snails want to eat that shell up, and that's it, to get the calcium off. So to avoid that competition, just separate them, keep snails of the same size in the same pen, and then you can prevent all of that. Let's go on and look for simpler questions. I think there are a lot of simple questions here. I think I've been doing well so far. Feeling really proud. Okay, let's go down. There are plenty questions here. Oh, I don't know if I should ask this question first before I provide the answer. I should just answer it first. Please don't do it. I can't pronounce it. Besha Shaw. I don't know. Barisa Shaw. Whatever. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. But can I give my snails salt or salty foods? Please, no. Salt, snails and salt, they don't go. No, please, don't do it. Don't give them salty food. Don't give them human food. Just any food that contains salt. Don't give it to snails, alright? And the person is asking, can I give my snails water leaf as food? Oh yes, sure. Water leaf is very, very nice. Right? It's just a vegetable. So almost all the vegetables that we can eat as human beings, snails can eat too. Almost all the vegetables that we can eat as human beings, snails can eat too. Alright. Okay, sir, I think we are back. Okay.
I'm back again.
This question will be the one I'll answer it. Let's see. So this person is asking, is it advisable to feed my snails with formulated feeds alone?
If it's advisable to what?
To feed my snails with formulated feeds alone, only formulated feeds.
No, it is not okay to feed your snails with just formulated feed. It is better to mix up. Give them vegetables, give them formulated. It is in their nature to eat vegetables and fruits. Formulated feed is just to boost growth, boost production. So it's a substitute, not a replacement.
Okay, great. Let's go to the next question quickly. The agro guy is asking, how important is snail feed in the developmental process of snail? Is it compulsory or just optional for them to be fed with food? He said, how important is snail feed in the developmental process of snail? Then he now went on to ask, is it compulsory or is just optional? I think we answered that now.
I mean, if it's compulsory to give a formulated feed, you mean?
Yes, is it compulsory or optional?
It is compulsory if you are doing commercial. Okay. If you are going for commercial, it's compulsory. You can meet the market need. But if you are doing personal farming or for home eating, you can be doing your fruit. The difference is that formulation makes the growth faster. It makes you hit the market quicker than just using the vegetables. That is why even those that are doing the greenhouse, they still introduce the formulated feed.
All right, that's great. Thank you. So let's go to the next question. This is Hat Ode. Hat Ode is asking, what can kill my snail very fast?
Salt.
Straight to the point.
The compost food.
And the compost food, okay.
Now, if you are doing formulated, if you get chemical filled food and mix to your feed, it can also kill your snails.
Wow. Hat Ode, I believe we got that answer. I think he has another question. He said, what are the simple equipment needed by a snail farmer?
Simple equipment. Now you need spoon. You need spoon for picking up your eggs. You need broom.
Yeah.
You need broom for sweeping your farm and also to drive away flies. You need torchlight. Torchlight for night purpose. When you come in, I am not an animal, so when you're coming in the night, you need torchlight to see what you're doing at night. Because you need to also check your space in the night. And then you need oil, engine oil. Very, very important. You need engine oil every time in your farm. In case of any invasion, you just use the engine oil to apply on them. You need rake to till your soil. You need shovel to till your soil. So you need some of all these things to make your farm day-to-day activity run. And then above all, you need source of water. Maybe a drum or a hose, a tank, and all that.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very, very much. That's a lot. I never expected to mention so many, but thank you. All right, let's check the next one. It said affiliate marketing is asking, can I feed my snail with pineapple peel?
You said? Come again.
Can I feed my snail with pineapple peel?
Yes, you can. You can feed them with the peels. You can feed them with the fruit. Either way, it works.
All right, great. Next question is from Hat Ode. He said, is it possible to rear a snail in a pen without soil?
Come again?
Is it possible to rear a snail in a pen without soil?
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. That's why we have the soilless. But because you are rearing it without sand, doesn't mean that you avoid leaves. You need the leaves in the background. You need leaves on the soil. So soilless doesn't mean that you don't have to put in leaves.
Okay. All right. So the next question is from affiliate marketing again. He said, please, can I feed them with ripe pawpaw?
Can I feed them with what?
Can I feed my snails with ripe pawpaw?
Yes, you can. You can feed them with ripe and unripe pawpaw. Either way is very okay.
All right, we are close to the end.
So they eat everything about pawpaw.
All right, great. We have another question. Eunice Moments is asking, can direct borehole water be used on them? Can I
direct borehole water? Yes. The only part you cannot use is when it's not being treated.
Okay,
The moment
avoid treated water.
you treat it, you can't use it. But if that's the only option you have, and then you fetch the water into a bowl, leave it under the sun, the direct sun, for 2 days, 48 hours, and then you can use it again.
All right, great. So Ajayi Eunice is asking, is it all fruits? Okay, I think she's asking, is it all fruits eatable for snail, or there is forbidden ones except unripe orange?
All right, now there are really no forbidden fruits, but avoid giving your snails onions. All right, avoid giving your
Onions.
snails pepper.
Okay.
Every other thing snails can feed up. Now, one good thing about snails is, if they like it, they will eat it. If they don't, they will walk away.
Oh,
Snails don't
okay.
eat what they don't eat, no matter
So
how.
you observe them.
Yes.
Okay. So when you see leftovers, you know that, hey, they're telling you,
Sometimes, if a particular fruit among what you give to them is always remaining, not being touched, no, something is not okay about that.
all right, that's okay. So we have okay. This is Ajayi Eunice is saying us great job. You are appreciated. Thank you very, very much. I think I've asked other questions. I've asked and answered. Attempted to. So we have like 4 minutes left in the session. I just want to quickly run over them again and then get you to just give a comment. Right? But before that, if you missed the last training session, please, if you missed the last training session, there's a link in the comment section. You can watch the full video, like, and even in that video there's another link pinned on it that you can watch another video about snail farming. It is detailed. You can go on and watch all of these videos to become acquainted to them. But sir, there are a lot of questions asked, but I believe this is not all the questions when it comes to snail farming. Is there a way we can reach you, for further questions, or do you have materials that we can buy? Do you organize training? Any of those things, so that we need to be properly guided. This is a new year.
Now, just like the last question where you asked which kind of fruit can be given, which is forbidden. Now,
yes.
If you get my book where the Snail Farmer's Bible, you see a list of fruits, list of grains you can give to your snails. Now, we have different material. We have the Snail Farmer's Bible, we have the novice to professional, and we also run trainings for individuals and corporate bodies. We can train you one-on-one, we can train your team, we can set up farm for you. So you get in touch with us directly to get some of these materials. The truth is, all questions cannot be answered in a day's class. And that is why you need this material as a backup. As you are going through this information, if you have any hiccup, you can always fall back to the author to give you a deeper understanding. That's the beauty of us connecting with you. It's not just about giving you materials, but also making sure that the material you got, you are getting value from it. I believe within this video, there will be a link that can connect you to getting the materials at your pace. When you use the link, you're going to see the prices that is attached to every one of the materials as well.
All right. I think we are going to work on that. If you need any of these materials, the Snail Farming Bible, all right, A to Z of Snail Farming, all these materials, or if you want to consult me for training, I'm going to give you access, like a link to all the products that we have, right? And you can write these things. You're not just getting these materials alone. Like he said, you have this access to him, and then mentorship. These are things that help you to succeed in the business. Okay, so thank you very, very much, Mr. Raymond Osagere. It's always a pleasure to have you in sessions like this. Thank you very much. I would have run through other questions, but then we are out of time. I believe next time network is not going to be good.
the network today has not really been friendly. But the end of the session, it becomes a bit friendly, unlike the beginning of it. Or what can we say? We can't beat time. We can only work in it. But it's good to have me here again. Last time I was here, it was okay, and I'm glad to also be here again. It's nice having you as a partner, as a friend, as a colleague. You are actually a blessing to these generations. Not every person will do what you are doing. Few persons that does this, they want to target with a huge cost. Now, if this is your first time of navigating into this YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe. It's very important. Now, there are content in this channel you need to grow in agriculture generally. It's not just about the snail farming. There are other content. He's a great guy. He has taste for quality. He doesn't just bring in facilitators. He brings in persons that he has actually tested and trusted. So it's a good one from him. I said, may God Almighty give you your heart desires. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You just left me blushing. How do I end this session now?
Very good guy. What is good is good.
Thank you very, very much. All right, so with that, we have come to the end of this session. I hope you enjoyed yourself. So thank you, Mr. Raymond. Thank you very, very much for your time. I hope to see you again next time. And so any last words for our viewers before we just say peace out? You already said that.
Learn and be a doer. Learn
you say what?
Practice.
Learn and practice.
A learner. Learn and practice. That's the difference between a failure and a successful man. Learn and practice.
Great. All right. With that, we say bye-bye. Please subscribe right now. Bye.
Peace.